Hello there, and thank you very much for opening up this video. There's been considerable media coverage in the last couple of days about net zero and the cost of implementing net zero. Now today I'm going to teach you 7 things that you can do to beat that cost. I'm going to teach you how I saved one lady £1,095 a year in her energy cost, £3 a day. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot, okay? Now the thing here is, if we all do this, the 7 things I'm going to teach you, then basically not only will you save money, the energy companies will be saved a huge headache on having to build more power stations, and ultimately that money comes from you, Joe Public. So everyone's a winner in this situation. I'm going to give you 7 hints, and I'm asking you all to implement them. What I'm about to teach you assumes that your home is well insulated, so please, please, please do make sure you've got draft excluder, loft insulation, and things such as that to make sure your house is well insulated. This is important. But the 7 hints I'm going to teach you now will basically save you a lot of money. Now the thing here is, a lot of you will be saying, well, you're a fitness trainer, what are you doing teaching people about this? Well, there's 3 things about that. 1, I'm a part-time energy broker. 2, the number 1 cause of obesity is poverty, believe it or not. I wrote a blog about that. I was pated but proved to be correct. And lastly, and most importantly, the second commonest reason for people not to hire me as a personal trainer is people can say, I can't afford you. So I teach them the 7 things I'm about to teach you that will save you the cost of basically hiring a personal trainer or other things. Okay, so here you go. Without further ado, here are the 7 hints. Number 1, get your gas boiler serviced over the summer. Between February and September every year, get your gas boiler serviced. The reason being, it works more efficiently, and secondly, just importantly, it goes some considerable way to preventing a boiler breakdown in winter. The reason being, if you've got children or elderly in your property, you don't want a boiler breakdown. So that's very, very important. Get your gas boiler serviced. Number 2, irrespective of who your energy company is, please, please, please write to them and get yourself on a 12-month monthly budget plan. A budget plan is basically where they write to the national grid, they found out how much energy you've used in the last 12 months, and they split it among 12 equal payments. The advantage of that is no high winter bills. You don't want high winter bills to coincide with Christmas and cause considerable poverty. Okay, the energy companies don't want to be sending you snotty letters or making recovery action. It's a headache they don't want. Everyone goes on a budget plan, it saves that. The other thing here is, sometimes, just sometimes, you may get a marginally lower standing charge or unit rate. Sometimes, you may not always, but the big benefit is no high winter bills. Okay. Number third thing, make sure you submit a meter reading once a month. Log into your account. You should have an online account. Log in and submit a meter reading. 1 for electricity, 1 for gas. Just take a photograph of your mobile phone and send it in. That basically makes sure they're billing you appropriately, even though you're on a budget plan. The next thing is, this is very important. When you get, this is the 4th hint, when you get that gas engineer come around to service your boiler, get that engineer to install a room thermostat and a hot water thermostat on your hot water tank if you have one. But this is very important. Next thing you need to do, when you have that room thermostat put in, set it, let's say, 18 degrees C, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is very important. What actually happens is, once you've got it at 18 degrees C, it takes very little to keep it at 18 degrees centigrade. Okay. What a lot of people do, they bring in their heating in the morning, at about 6:30 in the morning, let the house warm up, and then they turn it off around about 9:30 in the afternoon, in the morning when they're going to work, and they bring it on about 5 and basically turn it off about 10. This constant heating and cooling basically causes a lot of energy to be used, because basically you've got to heat the water in the system and cool it down, heating and cooling. Whereas you keep it at 20 degrees C, it takes very little to keep it there. If you don't believe me, just get some water, put it onto your cooker, put your cooker on the maximum level and bring it up to boiling. Then turn it on the lowest level, and you'll notice it will keep simmering and boiling using minimal energy. This is basic physics. It saves a lot of energy. The other thing is important is you'll find that your property becomes very, very much more comfortable very quickly. Okay, that's very important. that will cut your energy bills enormously. The same with your hot water. Set it at hot 60 degrees C, and then basically imagine this. Once it's heated at 60, it takes very little to keep it there. Let's say you have a shower using 5 litres of water. You'll lose 5 litres of water in the hot water tank. It'll be topped up with cold water. You're just heating up that 5 litres. Great. The next thing is very important. Basically, tell all your friends to do this. Okay, if you get all your friends to do this, great. And what then happens is that you save all that money. Joe Public saves a lot of money, and just as importantly, the energy companies save the inordinate amount of money of having to build more power stations. Okay, now if you look into the description, I've given you some more hints to help you save money on your petrol and diesel, and other hints to save you on your energy. Okay, please implement them. Please tell your friends. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.